Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and start talking about the case statement. So while the case statement in Pascal and the similar switch statement in C, which is the C language, C programming language, can be used to test simple values like integers and characters, the Corn Shell's case construct lets you test strings against patterns that can contain wildcard characters. Like its conventional language counterparts, case lets you express a series of if, then, else type statements in a concise way. So the typical syntax of case is as follows. So you'll have your case, the expression, okay, so in this case, in this instant, expression means, whatever you're testing, and then you have your first pattern, and then you have a parentheses, okay, and then you go enter space the statement, and then you need to end it with 2 semicolons, okay, then you go back and pattern will be lined up with your case, and then parentheses, the statement, double, semicolon, and then you end it with ESAC. Okay, so just like if statements, which end with a FI, which is the reverse of IF, case statements end with the reverse of case, spelled backwards. So ESAC, which is case spelled backwards. So here we have an example of a case statement. Okay, feel free to kind of copy this out or have it up. I'm going to go ahead and type this line by line just so you can kind of see how we would write up a case statement. Let me log into my box here. Let me clear my screen. So we're going to do a vim. We're just going to call this case.sh. We're going to insert, and we always start with the hash bling, guys, every single time. Then we're going to do a shopt-s no case match. Okay. What this is doing, guys, is this just matching the patterns here, regardless of whether the uppercase or lowercase matches. Okay, so it's going to match it regardless of that. What we're going to do is we're going to do an echo. We're going to do enter name of the month. We're actually going to do a read command here. We're going to name that variable month. So whatever the user input is going to get stored into the variable month here. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and set up our case statement. So we're going to say case $variable month in, and the first pattern we're going to use here is January. Oops. January. Okay. We're actually going to have that line up with case. Okay. And then echo. And we're going to say 24th of January, International Day of Education. Oops. And the spelling errors continue, guys. Okay. Next one's going to be February, and again, we're going to line it up with case of. Okay. And we're going to do echo. Oops. That needs to be. Okay, so you see what happened here? I forgot to end this with a double semicolon, which is why it didn't want to properly align and indent these next patterns and statements. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now it's indenting it correctly. Echo 20 of Day of Social Justice. And guys, we can put whatever we want here for these echo statements. This is just kind of some fun facts about the month. I did it again, guys. So remember, you gotta put these semicolons at the end here. There we go. Echo 8th of March, International Women's and semicolon, 2 semicolons, and May echo we'll do the 15th of May is International Day of Families. There we go. Oops. April echo 7th of April is the World Health Day. And guys, just for the sake of saving a little bit of time here, I'm just going to start putting shorter echo statements here. So it's not going to totally match up with our example. Okay? But you'll get the idea when I start putting in these patterns. So June, we're just going to put echo. You said June. July. Echo. You said July. Okay, and we're just going to stop there. Okay. And then to end a case statement, what do? We spell case backwards. There we go. So you see here all the patterns are lined up with the case here, and ESAC is lined up with case. Okay, and then the echo statements are indented after the patterns that you're trying to test for, and it's end with a semicolon here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and right quit out of this. We're going to make it executable, and we're going to go ahead and run it. Okay, so say, hey, enter name of the month. Now I'm going to do it lowercase just to show you that it will match it using that phrase we used earlier. There you go, 24th. I spelled January incorrect. So one bad thing about Vim in Linux is it's not going to spell check things for you. So I did spell it incorrectly, but that's the correct echo statement. That's what we put in. If we run it again, I can put something like May, all caps. It's going to say the 15th of May, International Day of Families. Okay, I can run it again. Okay, now if I spell it incorrectly, J with 2 U's, it's not going to know it, right? Okay, so I do have to spell it correctly. It's just with that no case match, you know, I can do uppercase or lowercase, okay? So that's how the case scripts are written, guys. Go back and look at it one more time. You have your case to start off with, your expression. Okay, in this case, we're just using a variable that we kind of set up here. Okay, I could just also do like a, you know, A is greater than B or something like that, or even put some wildcards in here. I could say, you know, for everything that starts with a Z, B, E, etc., you know, it's just matching patterns below here. These are the patterns we're matching against. If it matches one of these patterns, okay, then it'll do whatever you put under it. It doesn't have to be an echo. You could also put a command under here, or you could tell it to start a new file or create a file. Okay, whatever you want. It's just when it matches that pattern, it does whatever you tell it to do under it. Okay.